Hey, how's it going, Helldivers? Today we've got news about the Larva objective and how it's actually a Hive Tyrant apparently. We'll talk about the Wormhole disconnections and cover much more. If at any point you feel the video was informative, tap the like button below, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Alrighty, first off, what I'll be talking about today is news regarding the Larva mission objective. If you weren't aware, it turns out the Larva is actually a Hive Tyrant, something we've never heard of before. Before diving into the proof, I want to give credit to an amazing concept designer named Lucas Orstrom, who has designed several concepts for Arrowhead. So, if you'd like to check out his art, I'll provide a link in the description. Now, do you recall seeing a mission objective where you have to pick up a Larva container and bring it back on board? Well, we have news about the Larva itself. Many Helldivers thought this Larva would end up being a Hive Lord. However, Lucas designed both the Larva and the container all in one. In the description of his post, he wrote, "Hive Tyrant Larva. This was supposed to be a carry objective for the bug missions. Fun and quick concept to do." This, of course, is a concept design that's already in the game. We've heard about a Hive Lord in the past, but we've never heard of a Hive Tyrant before. Now, sure, we can assume this Larva will evolve into a Hive Tyrant, whatever that might entail. However, I would take this information with a grain of salt. During development, things like names and designs can change over time, so it's best to take it as it is, right? Although, if we assume it's true and they have plans to reveal what this little creature will look like once it's fully grown, could we see something much larger and more devastating than a Hive Lord? Perhaps so. Or maybe it will be an enemy that's larger than a charger, or at least half the size of a charger. Now, I also wonder why we haven't heard anything from High Command. We've brought these larvae on board, yet no one has decided to investigate them further to see what they are. Anyway, I'd like to know what you all think about this secret here. Do you think it'll be a new terminate enemy type or not? Personally, I think there's a good chance we'll see it in its final form, but the developers could change the name. I don't know how it fully works with other games that have similar names. For instance, in Space Marine 2, they also have an enemy called a Hive Tyrant, so there's a possibility they might change the name to avoid any legal issues, if I had to guess. Again, I don't know how it works. I know in the past there have been instances where games have shared similar enemy names. We'll find out soon enough since the gloom is covering several planets, and I suspect there will be new and different enemies lurking under the gloom. Continuing forward, I posted this on X last night about how the Meridia wormhole supply lines are disconnected. We can no longer travel to the wormhole because of an increased gravitational disturbances on the Meridian singularity. Also, High Command has mentioned how it's currently unsafe to travel there, according to the dispatch message right here. Nonetheless, there's more news on the horizon. The Center of Science has studied the dark energy, and in the dispatch it says, "Through careful analysis of available astronomical data, the Center of Science has successfully modeled the recent fluctuations in space-time. Experts have long posited the existence of dark energy, a repulsive force permeating the universe and accelerating its expansion. By simulating sudden localized dark energy loss, the Center has been able to model space-time fluctuations. The Center is currently exploring how this model maps into recent Illuminate activity." Yeah, once I get word about what the data has revealed, I'll be sure to let you all know what's going on with it. So far, things look pretty bad here with all the Illuminate activity, and then you got the space-time fluctuations, and could we possibly see the map expand further on the Galactic War map? That would be interesting. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that would be pretty intense if it were to happen. Moving along, we've got an update on the status of the Jet Brigade. They've taken over Minkent, now they've moved on to Leseth, and the only place next to go after that is towards the bottom, which is Helldivers. This is only if we fail to defend Leseth, and so far it's looking like we're going to lose it soon enough. You can tell on the Helldivers 2 companion app that we do not have enough Helldivers to stop this from happening. We've got about 65% Helldivers, and we need more to get the job done. Let's say if they continue to push further, could they reach Super Earth? Absolutely, they definitely could. And of course, that would be really bad to see. On my Discord, there's a theory that a Helldiver named Vader Victor believes the Illuminate could shoot right out of the wormhole and target a straight path essentially to Super Earth. Now, to add to this theory, let's say that happens. We could see the automatons, or better yet, the Jet Brigade push forward to Super Earth, while the Illuminates do the same exact thing. On the Helldivers 2 Galactic War map, you can see that I've drawn a few lines to show what could happen. It'll be shocking to see if it does, but so far that's very possible. Overall, it looks like we're so cooked, guys, and if there's no way to stop it, then we'll have to accept that we're about to get our butts handed to us. On a similar note, we do have a brand new major order, so if you're nowhere near your computer or your console, then allow me to go over it right now. It says, the Automaton Jet Brigade has launched a powerful assault on Short Bay, as anticipated. The enemy clearly aims to trap our forces on Lasath, capitalizing on the extended position of our forces following the destruction of the Jet Brigade factories on Short Bay. However, the crudely laid automaton trap was easily seen through by the Helldivers. The DSS blockade of Mid-Kent, where the Jet Brigade was gathering, delayed their attack and weakened the unit. The battle is far from won. The Jet Brigade, through diminished and lacking the element of surprise, remains formidable. Should Lasath fall to the automatons, our sea forces deployed on Short Bay will be cut off from aid. Tactical egress of our forces, theirs ongoing, and the blockade of Mid-Kent bought some time, but more is yet needed. The Helldivers are ordered to hold Short Bay until our deployed sea soldiers can withdraw. Yup, Helldivers, things are looking worse and worse each time I look at the Galactic War map. I mean, seriously, now we have to hold down Short Bay to make sure all the sea forces are able to leave. If they're not able to do so, then yeah, that's going to be very bad for us. I mean, all this stuff is just, it's building up to some sort of direction. And again, I believe that direction is going to be where the Illuminate and the automatons gang up on us and then head straight to Super Earth. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But if I'm not, then that'll be interesting to see. All in all, this major order is pretty easy. We just have to hold down the fort, essentially, right? And do that for about 3 days. If we can do that within 3 days, we should be good to go. We should be able to do this. I think so anyways. Not to mention, within 3 days, that would end on a Thursday. I'm not too sure what's going to happen beyond that. There's been a lot of speculation that something's going to pop up on the 8th. I can't tell you what's going to happen there. I honestly have no clue. Although I have heard a lot of rumors about how there will be an update on the 8th. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think what will happen is we'll probably receive a big major order, and then something's going to happen on Tuesday. I think that's the best scenario. But hey, you guys can let me know your theories about this whole entire situation. What's going to happen with the Jet Brigade? What's going to happen with the Illuminates, Wormhole, and all that stuff? If you guys have any thoughts about the update, if you think there's going to be an update on the 8th, let me know. If you think it's going to be on Tuesday, you can also let me know if I'm right on that. Let's have a great discussion about this. I think it's well worth talking about, and it's going to be just awesome to see what happens. Last but not least, we have the top 3 comments. If you guys would like to be featured on the channel, all you have to do is comment down below, and that's it. The first top comment is from L Sparky. Arrowhead has been radio silent about new content since the squids came. Kind of like they were before the Game Awards. It has that deep breath before the plunge vibe to it. You're not wrong there, man. I think you're absolutely onto something, because it's been a while since we've seen a patch. I mean, we've seen some smaller patches, but even those have been rare to see. I don't know. We'll find out what happens here soon enough. I'll let you guys know tomorrow if there's a patch, or if there's not. Make sure to follow me on X. I'll leave a link down below. The second top comment is right here, and you wrote, for the HD2 anniversary, they should give all Helldivers access to unlimited hell bombs for a day. The mayhem would be glorious. That right there, my friend, would be amazing to see. Are we talking about unlimited uses? Like there's a cooldown and then you could send it down? Or are we talking about just literally unlimited amount? That would be insane and probably would affect performance. The third and final comment is by Derbness. The lack of updating just tells me that birthday drop is going to be massive. Yeah, I think so too, but I'm trying not to get my hopes up, right? I mean, it's worse when you just think there's going to be something big and then when it happens, it's not that great, but we'll see. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I appreciate all the support from you guys. If you have any comments about today's video, feel free to do it down below. Ask me anything you want. And yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.